All right, let's talk a little bit about minimum wage increases, shall we? Another good news, because the federal government has failed does not mean that local governments and states are failing. They are not. Many of them are taking the power in their own hands, which is indeed a beautiful, beautiful thing. The minimum wage is about to raise for workers in several cities and states across the country. Brings a big smile to my beautiful face. The minimum wage is increasing on New Year's Day in 41 cities, 28 of them in California. Hello, California, and 23 states. Later in 2023, another 5 states and 22 cities and the counties will hike their baseline rate, according to the National Employment Law Project, a workers' rights group. Now, the pay hikes will affect roughly 8.4 million workers. 2 million parents will get a raise. 5.7 million children will be affected by pay increases in a beautiful way. And here's where they'll be increasing. Let's put up this beautiful, beautiful map. It is happening. The minimum wage in these 23 states set to increase in January. Now, the darker, the more the money. So we're talking about from $10 to $14. It is a start, baby. Even though if the minimum wage had increased, keeping up with inflation, to be closer to $25. But I salute these states and these local municipalities for doing what the federal government does not have the intestinal fortitude to do. I wanted to say something else, but I'm trying to keep it PG. The pay raises vary, with Michigan hiking its minimum wage by 23 cents to $10.10 an hour. Washington is on track to have the highest state minimum wage in the United States next year at $15.74 an hour. Go ahead, Washington State, up $1.25 an hour from 2022. Alonso, you know what? This is some beautiful stuff.
It is great news, and good on the local municipalities and the state level municipalities for knowing that in their city or in their state it costs X dollars to live, so the minimum wage has to be X. And this might be something that they do better than the federal government, right? Because the federal government doesn't know how much it costs to live in Washington versus how much it costs to live in I don't know, Iowa or whatever. I think there should be a federal floor in the minimum wage, and that has to come up from $7.25 an hour. No place can you live on that. But good on these local municipalities for saying this is how much it costs to live, and this is how much people need to get paid. Good on them.
Yeah. Good on them. And let's put this up so people can see among the cities raising the wage, because it's not just the states. You have some cities and counties taking the power in their own hands. Among the cities raising the wage floor are Flagstaff, Arizona, where the base hourly pay is raising to $16.80 in the new year, up $1.30 from 2022. We got Cupertino, thank you. Cupertino, California, where the minimum wage is raising to $17.20 an hour. You better go ahead on Cupertino. Y'all did that. An increase of 80 cents. Cupertino, yeah, Cupertino. Yeah, baby, y'all doing that. I'm loving you, Cupertino. Minnesota, 2 largest cities are also enacting increases, where large employers set to pay a minimum of $15.19 an hour in both Minneapolis and St. Paul. Man, baby, y'all doing that. I got the rest on this for a little bit, because we go hard in the paint over what's going wrong in this country, and we need to go hard in the paint when we talk about what's going right. Shout out to all of those states and all of those municipalities for understanding that you cannot wait for the federal government. You have the power in your hands, and you doing the daggone thing.